What is up, party people? Happy Wednesday!
Chad,
Yo.
normally I've turned your camera on at this point, but it is not on yet. And I want everybody, if you have YouTube up and running, you need to be looking at your screen right now because I'm getting ready to turn the camera on.
It's going to be scary.
I'm looking good.
3, 2, 1.
What is up? Dressed to the nines and ready to go, baby. Oh, yeah. I told you I dress up. I love Halloween. I love it.
You look like a druid shark.
I am. You know what's funny? I have actually a body part that I'm missing that looks like I'm eating it. Because the sharks eat people sometimes. They don't mean to. I know it's not cool, but what are you going to do?
You should run around saying, "Hoopa!"
Hoopa! That was actually my number 3 scary movie of all time today was Jaws.
Yes, sir.
What a phenomenal movie that was.
That was,
Do you know that was the first movie in history to open up nationwide?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
It's the first summer blockbuster ever. That's why summer became that, and that was the first movie in history to open up nationwide. Normally, they would roll it out inch by inch. And, you know, depending on how it would do in New York, L.A., and Chicago, and then they would go from there. First movie to open up in the same time nationwide across the country.
Wasn't it also the first one to break $100 million box office?
First movie ever to break $100 million. People didn't realize that. It was absolutely the movie itself. How do you not love it? Right? It's like the most incredible movie.
Great acting.
Great acting. And when you hear the music, he won an Academy Award, John Williams. He changed it up. And then you hear the voice.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill. A mindless eating machine. It will attack and devour anything. It is as if God created the devil and gave him jaws.
How awesome is that? It's as if God created the devil and gave him jaws. Yeah, I was obsessed. I talked to Carl Gottlieb. He was the one who rewrote the script because Spielberg and Benchley hated it. And he was a really nice guy. And Carl said, Steven sent him the script and said, it's crap. Criticize it, write all over it, tell everybody how crappy it is, and then send it back to me. And he did. They started shooting the movie without a script. They had no script at first. They knew what the movie was about, but they had no script.
So they just started getting, just landmarks and things like that.
All that stuff. It was supposed to last 55 days. That was the $4 million, 55 days. It lasted 153 or 59 days, and it cost $9 million. And he thought he would never work against Spielberg.
Interesting.
Yeah, when you overrun, even back then, if you overrun by over 100%, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, big time. Big time. The Bruce was the name of the shark. It sank and just never would work. Never worked when it was supposed to, ever. Always sank. And it was just the nightmare that thing was. They drank everybody out of the island, too, was the other thing. And most of the actors in the movie are all islanders outside of, the main actors. Yeah, it was neat. But Lorraine Gray, I spoke to her once before. She was the Mrs. Brody. She said that, what's his name? Roy Schneider was the worst.
Really?
Yeah. She goes, everybody whoever interviews her goes, we were closer than he and I ever were, and we were pretending to be married.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it was really all about Robert Shaw.
Hoopa! Oh, yes.
Hoopa!
Hoopa!
And what's his name? Dreyfuss. Dreyfuss and him, because Dreyfuss had become a sex symbol because of American Graffiti.
That's right.
And then he did another movie that he saw before it was released, and he says, I will never work again, because he turned Jaws down 4 or 5 times. He said, this movie's so bad, I'm never going to work again. And he called Spielberg and begged him to put him back in the movie. And then he said when he got there, he goes, Robert Shaw was the worst. Because Robert had me, he could just crush my soul by looking at me.
Yes.
he goes, he would tell me, you couldn't do 25 sit-ups. I go, you're right. And he goes, I could do 25 sit-ups, but I just knew that he would just. And then, of course, the great speech that he gave about the Indianapolis. Right? He did that he did it once, drunk, saw the dailies, called Spielberg the next day and said, I apologize. I will never do that again. Let me do it again. And then he did it all in one scene. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I earn a living. Oh, God, he was so great. Phenomenal, baby.
He was outstanding, man. Telling that story about the Indianapolis.
Yes.
Man, that part of the movie just had you riveted.
One of the greatest. I mean, when you think about it, just there's moments in history where you watch cinema and you're like, that's it. Like, that is, for all the other stuff about the shark, Roy Scheider ad-libbed the part about a boat, the bigger boat and all that stuff. But that moment when he was doing that, it was, spectacular. Phenomenal. Tidbits throughout the day, because I'm dressed like a shark today. By the way, did they catch the monkeys yet?
I think they caught all, but they actually had to kill all but one from what I saw yesterday.
I thought 3 of them were dead already.
Yeah.
From the crash.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the TV show.
No. They're not going to capture those ones. Those monkeys, though, they're like, what's wrong with them? I don't know. I heard they have a virus, maybe.
Yeah.
The question is, how much do they cost? And why is everybody trying to eat a rhesus monkey? They're always the rhesus monkey, right?
Well, maybe they're mistaking it for a Reese's cup.
Yeah, but those things are super expensive because, like, when we were talking...
Well, they're infected, too.
Yeah, because they grow them a certain way. They want them to be a certain thing, and I don't know. What did they infect them with? That's how I like how they don't tell anybody what's wrong with them.
hepatitis, and something else.
Sounds like a Friday night.
Yeah.
Sounds like Bell's Friday night.
Basically, these monkeys were pin cushions.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, that is spectacular. That is absolutely spectacular. Oh, we got everybody's dressed up now. The sales team is here, and they're all dressed to the nines. I'm telling you, man, it's infectious. Who doesn't love being a little kid every once in a while?
I'd go right back to it if I could.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, in my mind, I am.
Yeah, I know.
And that comes out a lot.
Yeah, so it does. And then, unfortunately, as an adult, it doesn't always look so good.
No.
So much stuff to get to today. Government still shut, from what I understand?
Yep.
So Poly Market is where you go to look. You can bet on anything on the Poly Market, like anything. So all of the money, for the most part, is on after November 16th to reopen. That is where there's a few days where it's like 20%, but the vast majority of the money is all after November 16th. I would find that hard to go that long. Oh, man. I was listening to an air traffic controller today, and he's like, it's already a stressful enough job, let alone worry about whether or not you have any money. I'm like, yeah, that can't be good. And then I see Trump's trying to figure out, well, how do we get SNAP paid? I'm like, you guys are trying to fund everything inch by inch. Why don't you just go in and pass a bill?
Or an actual budget.
Or, settle down, dude. One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
I didn't mean to jump ahead.
Or an actual budget. You're so funny. Goodness me. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of hilarious, Mike Johnson.
More air traffic controllers and TSA agents and park rangers are about to go without a paycheck. You've got families and children that rely upon SNAP benefits that are going to go hungry here at the end of the week.
Yeah, they are. And the question is, whose fault is it? According to everybody, nobody's fault at this moment in time. Not enough to make people get off their butt and do something. And while that's going on, we can at least say we're not Jamaica. Have you seen the pictures of Jamaica?
It's terrible.
It is. It reminded me of the tsunami that hit the day after Christmas in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
They're worse than the Katrina pictures.
It's pretty bad. Because the thing is, with Katrina, it was flooding, but our houses don't fall apart like this. You may lose roofs.
That makes sense.
There's just, when they showed it got to 13 feet, they showed the airport. Those weren't planes. Those were boats. I mean, that is just, it showed you what nature can do. I mean, it is, and you wonder, they still say there's only 7 people dead, but they're like, there's no way they can tell for days because the muds and, and half the island is completely inaccessible to anything.
Did you see the meteorologist in Miami who he got his first glimpse of what was going on down there, the flooding, and he just like lost it in the middle of his shot. I mean, he just said, "Lord Jesus."
Yeah. I mean, what else are you going to say?
Yeah.
I mean, because we all think of these things as just islands that we go hang out on for vacation, right? I mean, that's kind of, let's go have some fun. It's just vacation. But in between there's all those houses, there's all of those things. And those people stood no chance for something this size. This wasn't even close. It covered the whole island for a while. I mean, think about that. I mean, that is just insane. And I sit there and I think to myself, I wonder how many people, God willing, nobody else lost their life, but you can't for a second think that that's true.
Well, I'm wondering, just how many days in a row it rained.
Yeah, that's the other side.
Even before the eye got there.
Yeah, before the whole thing got there, it already saturated the ground. And that's what happens. And then the rise of the ocean and everything else, they had no chance. No chance whatsoever. And here's what's his name? Desmond McKenzie.
We cannot presume that there are deaths. I'm hoping that there are no deaths to report on, but we are not in a position to make an official statement on deaths because we have not received any such information.
Because you can't get anywhere. I mean, a good portion of the island is completely underwater.
And how much of their communication infrastructure probably got destroyed?
It's out.
Destroyed. There's nothing. I mean, they don't have linemen like we do who are out there waiting on the sidelines for something to go sideways and to start getting things going. They don't have that. They have everybody get to where you can, get safe, and hold on, right? And for a lot of people, this is also going to be, when I was looking at the way they're talking about how this is going to change the map for certain parts of the island because it's just going to be, it was so destroyed. And then, what do you do? I mean, you look at it. I mean, the pictures are just, seeing pictures from the what was it? People inside of the airport too. The wind. Good God. 190 miles an hour? That is just, I mean, you're seeing stuff go fly by. I mean, it's flying by, chairs, giant pieces of stuff just flying by at just 100 miles an hour. And you're like, oh, God. Yeah, but it's going to take a while for them to figure out exactly what went down. And the clean out. This is when you start worrying, too, about cholera and all that stuff because now everything's all out there. So all of that stuff is completely infected with just nasty stuff and sewage and things like that. And that's when people get sick. Going to be horrible, horrible. Godspeed to them. Coming up today, a lot of stuff, fun stuff as well. One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We all have a one hit wonder. All of us do. It's fun. It's a horror-themed, Halloween-themed one hit wonder Wednesday.
And we are taking a little bit of liberty with the one hit part.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. Like songs sang about werewolves, but there wasn't really a Halloween song or a scary song. And that band had a hit, and this band had 2 hits, and that guy had 4 hits. So we kind of took some liberties. So you just have to deal with it. And I'm not saying Kylie's replaced, but on White Woman Wednesday, I found a girl, and she's pretty spectacular. I mean, the stuff that she says will blow your mind.
So she's liberal like Kylie?
She's liberal like Kylie, and she is...
Oh, by the way, Kylie went to Brown.
She did go to Brown. I don't know where this woman went to, but wherever it was definitely a liberal arts college. But Kylie is very much emotional. This girl is beautiful, and you want to talk about privilege. It's spectacular. But the stuff that she says, let's just put it this way. Thinism and eugenics. Yeah. Oh, wait till you hear this. If you missed any of the show, shame on you. Happy Wednesday. It's the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. All right, guys, Relief Factor is amazing. When I'm swimming around and chasing all those little people out there in my shark outfit, what do you guys know about Relief Factor, how incredible it is? It is awesome. And all joking aside, I'm working out more than I have in a long time. I'm feeling better than I have in a long time because as much as I work out, you think to yourself, okay, you're working out. It's about recovery. Relief Factor does that, right? So this is for general aches and pains and soreness, especially after physical exertion. It's got 4 amazing ingredients. These are the key ingredients. Omega-3 fatty acids, resveratrol, curcumin, and ikarin each support the body's inflammatory response from a different metabolic pathway. So what's that mean? They attack it from different angles, and it helps with that inflammation, and your recovery is that much faster. I swear by it every day, and so does my wife, and she takes the stuff every single day because you can. Formula safe, non-addictive. So this is what I want to do. 3-week quick start right now, $19.95, less than a cup of coffee a day. You will feel the difference with Relief Factor. Go to ReliefFactor.com. That's ReliefFactor.com, or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 800, the number 4, RELIEF for Relief Factor.
All right, got a report from Jamaica on the aftermath of that massive Hurricane Melissa. And speaking of massive, a deadly drug raid in Rio de Janeiro has left 132 people dead. I'll get you the deets on that coming up at 12:30. A Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Man, that's a gun battle.
Dude, this was a battle. I mean, a battle.
I mean, that's insane.
That's like wartime death.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that is, it's probably one of those shanty towns where the entire, like everybody lives in a building kind of thing, and they just were going floor to floor.
Yeah.
The worst day of violence. Wow, my goodness. Man, you got to see some of this stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's bloody.
Good God. Fire, there's cars that are on fire. It's like street to street.
Yes.
Why aren't we bombing there?
Maybe we did.
Yeah.
Was that us? Were we part of that? Is that us? Did we do something like that?
Oh, no.
That is scary when you think of it. Because they bring the military. Right? Because you have to. Because the police usually are in places like that. You got the federales, you have the local police. They're always compromised. And then you get some federales. Then you have to bring the military and stuff. But that is a war. That is a full-on war. Maybe they thought we should probably get in front of Trump before he comes over and starts bombing our boats. I saw they gave him a crown in South Korea.
A crown?
They gave him his own crown.
What, is he co-king over there now
Probably.
or something?
Just like I deserved. I've always wanted a crown. I'm very excited about it.
That'll drive him nuts over here.
It's going to be great. They tried to have no kings, but they knew I was going to be the king one day. And I saw that he finally said, look, he can't run for a third term. I know some people out there are holding out hope, like Steve Bannon and, and all the rest of them, like Miller. They all want this because they love the fact that Trump can do kind of whatever he wants and they can piggyback off of it with where they feel they have no repercussions. But he admitted that, everybody's like, well, because Ellie Honing on CNN said, well, in theory, there could be a way because it's about being voted in. The problem is the 22nd Amendment takes care of that, but then you have to be eligible. And the way that they look it out, the 12th Amendment takes care of that. So probably not. And he kind of admitted it. Nobody's ever really going, hey, just out of curiosity, like, you wouldn't want to do this again, right? No. You want to go enjoy your life. You would think. I think he likes the spotlight.
I think FDR did it just because he had, what was he going to do? Go take a walk?
He was not going to take a walk. Look at you with your ableism. Is it ableism when you just go?
It's ableism, yeah.
All right. It's really weird that it's ableism. Yeah, what was he going to do, though? And you know what? Some of those people, I think his wife also played a huge role. Obviously, she played a massive role in keeping everything hidden from the country with FDR. She ran the country for a while. But I think it was one of those things where you're right. I mean, he didn't know what else there was to do. He was way sicker than he thought. He could never get away with that today. And they hid him in the wheelchair everywhere. Anywhere they could prop him up, they would, because they knew. And the Europeans knew, too. Nobody wanted to, you couldn't see the American president in a wheelchair during wartime. That would not be a good look. So it's an interesting thing. But no, Trump can't run, and that's good, right? That's the beauty. That's why we have checks and balances in this country. Speaking of checks and balances, I'm ready for it. It's One Hit Wonder Wednesday. It's a Halloween-themed edition. We got one hits that are wonderful. Some are their eighth hit, but it's still Halloween kind of. We looked everywhere, too. How many did you guys? I had a tough time trying to find somebody who had a hit.
Oh, I had a horrible time.
Yeah.
I had a listener help me.
That's cheating.
No, it's not. That's what we
cheating.
ask for.
They're part of the show, Brother Bilal.
Yeah. Well, Bell, you got to remember, he's the, what do you call him? Bellapedia?
Yeah, Beltanica.
He's the Beltanica of music.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he is. What was the Andrew Gold one? Spooky, Scary Skeletons?
Yeah, something like that. But he had like at least two other hits.
Yeah, see, not many people had a hit that was based in, you would think there would be more, but there wasn't. So we're going to do one hit
It's like
wonder.
everybody does Christmas songs, but nobody wants to do a Halloween track.
Yeah, and by the way, it's wide open, guys. I'm just letting you guys know that. It's wide open. One Hit Wonder Wednesday, straight ahead. Chad Bench, Super Talk 99.7.
.30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. More rain is on the way. And right now, drivers in Wilson County, we've got an overturned dump truck. It is blocking the right two lanes of 40 eastbound just past exit 226. It is stop and go starting at the Wilson-Davidson County line. Then just north of downtown Nashville going southbound on 65, you got the right shoulder blocked by a crash there at Trinity Lane. Right now in Jamaica, here's Ike Jaichi.
Jamaican officials saying St. Elizabeth Parish is underwater. 75 patients had to be moved from a hospital after it lost power and sustained damage to the roof. The infrastructure is severely compromised, with more than 500,000 Jamaicans without power. That's about 77% of the island.
Some areas of Cuba were underwater even before Melissa made landfall there. A deadly drug raid in Rio de Janeiro has left 132 people dead, including 4 police officers. This was a massive crackdown, police say, on the Comando Vermelho gang, or Red Command. It involved 2,500 police and soldiers, helicopters, armored vehicles, and drones. Images on social media show partially covered bodies bleeding into the street and smoke pouring from buildings. Police say they seized rifles, drugs, and arrested at least 81 suspects. Gang members reportedly used drones and explosives in retaliation. Right now in Nashville, police say a Nashville woman threatened to blow up Lipscomb University after posting online about the school's response to a student-led memorial for Charlie Kirk. Carissa Hamlet now facing charges for making a threat of mass violence and filing a false report. In her Facebook comment, she wrote, quote, "I'll go blow Lipscomb TF up RN," which prompted an emergency response from authorities and led to her arrest. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Beacon Capital Management wants to talk to you about all things when it comes to your retirement, when it comes to your taxes, long-term care, things of that nature that maybe you don't think about, right? Because you're so excited to not have to work. So you want to make sure you keep that money. Beacon can help you with that. They can also help you with taxes. That's right. There's a lot of things in the one big, beautiful bill, very big, that will be able to help you write some of that stuff off. But you got to know how to use these things because they're not there forever. And there are certain requirements that you have to know about so you don't get in trouble. But there's some awesome opportunities in there. And then when it comes to long-term care, when it comes to things of that nature, Beacon has you covered. So why don't you do this? Get a comprehensive and free personalized consultation. Visit beaconcm.com or call 615-488-9303. They're local. They're an amazing group of people. Sit down with them, see what they can do for you, whether it's one of these things or all of these things. Call Beacon today, 615-488-9303. This is the paid placement.
For many of us, generators are becoming a must-have household appliance. From unpredictable weather to surprise outages, it's better to be safe than sorry. Generator Supercenter of Nashville offers fast and easy installations with 24/7 service and monitoring to all brands of generators and expert repairs done right. Our mission is to make owning a backup generator simple and easy. Visit your local store today or check us out online. Generator Supercenter of Nashville. We serve all Middle Tennessee.
Selling your home can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress. Work with the #1 real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Go to markspain.com today.
Alrighty. Pumped. Daughter's coming in tonight. Kids are excited. The ween is in full effect at my house.
All right.
Watching horror movies this morning at 2 in the a.m.
Yeah, what'd you watch?
I actually watched The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I've not seen that yet.
So, The Exorcism of Emily Rose is terrifying, and it is based on a true story of a lady named Anneliese Michael in Germany. She underwent 67, I think, days of exorcisms before she died of dehydration and malnourishment. And the tapes are absolutely terrifying of her. It's just crazy. But the movie's amazing. And the movie's actually a scary movie, but it's also a legal drama because the parents went on trial, as did the priest, for murder in real life. And they did, and this and this. And it's got Tom Wilkerson. He's just such a great actor. It's just phenomenal. So that's what I was watching at 3 in the morning by myself in a giant room, away from everything.
Yeah, I think we're going to watch Sinister tonight.
Oh, God, what a great movie.
Yeah.
What a absolutely great movie that is.
That was the scariest movie I had ever seen until I saw Hereditary.
Yeah. Hereditary is very good.
That movie creeps me out.
Little slow burn.
Yeah.
Little slow burn.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but I didn't find any of these movies scary.
Well, you're lame.
No, I mean, seriously, it's like Hereditary, especially at the end of
It's
it.
Hereditary is a slow burn.
I was completely confused as to what the hell had happened.
It's a slow. Well,
Well, I
that's
knew
because
what
those movies are different because they're you have to think, Belle, and no offense, I love your brother, but no, I mean, Hereditary, I liked Hereditary, but it was a slow burn for me.
It was slow burn.
Yes.
But I do not ever want to hear
Yeah.
ever.
What movies scare you, Belle?
Not much does anymore. I mean, it's got to be, I don't know. I feel like I've lost something that I enjoy because I just don't get scared by stuff anymore, and I wish I did.
Yeah. Well, you saw The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah.
So, and Jennifer Carpenter's great in it, and she was super excited to do the movie. She did the movie, and she said, oddly enough, if you watch the movie, they always ask her, did you freak out? Did you have trouble sleeping? She goes, no, I slept great. Partially because her body was always contorted. She did all that herself. And all that. But when you watch the documentary about Anneliese, oh, God. Oh, that'll scare the bejesus out of you.
The one scene in Hereditary that actually kind of got me a little bit was that scene where you can barely see her, but up in the corner of the ceiling, there's somebody behind. Yeah, and that weirded me out a little bit. And on the DVD extras for The Exorcist, when she does that crab walk down the stairs, that freaked me out a little bit. But other than that, it's like even now I can watch The Exorcist and be like, okay.
Yeah. Well, because you've seen it so much. And the other thing is, we have access to anything in the world, right? Yeah. That you could see. We have access to, I mean, the pictures from the Brazil I was just looking at is insane. We've never seen that 25 gazillion years ago. So there's some of that's why I think the more ghost kind of movies and stuff that you don't see in your mind plays with. Let's be real. Jaws may be the scariest movie of all time because that actually happens.
Well, that's true.
And it's based off the Manawan County attacks that took place somewhat back in the 16 period up in when everybody was at the beach with their long swimming suits.
It was in Massachusetts,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So
And it was bull sharks in the river.
yeah, bull sharks, and they think of baby great because baby great whites will stay in rivers because they don't want to get eaten. So it's that time of the day. It's a Wednesday. I don't know if you guys are aware that it's raining outside, but you know what? Love and warmth in here, kids. We do this thing called One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We play the greatest tunes that were a hit, but for a moment, and then alas, they're gone forever. Now it's time for another edition of One Hit Wonder Wednesday. Hey, Mickey. You may not remember the name of the band. It's magic. But you definitely know the song. This is One Hit Wonder Wednesday. All right, One Hit Wonder Wednesday. Now, we're doing a Halloween edition, and here's the thing we figured out. Nobody has a freaking Halloween song outside of two people. Nobody does. There are songs that bands do that are kind of creepy and scary and this, that, and the other. Oingo Boingo, Dead Man's Party. But nobody has a Halloween song that's simply for Halloween. So we bent the rules a little bit.
And Oingo Boingo had hits with like Weird Science and what else? I mean, they're...
Yeah. Well, they had some other hits.
So
they had a lot of hits on the alternative. And by the way, as a kid growing up, I'll just say this, how much I loved Oingo Boingo. Every Halloween, they would play at Irvine Amphitheater. Every Halloween. It was crazy. It was just awesome. But again, so the way we did this, we kind of stretched a little bit, right? I don't know what Bell's is. I do not know what Ken's is. And only one person knows who Ken's is besides him.
That's right.
Yes, and mine is very, very popular, so we'll just let you guys know that. But we're going to do it. Let's get serious with it. We're going to start with Ken because I'm curious.
All right.
I'm ready. Ah!
Widely considered a one-hit wonder, especially in the U.S. and U.K. markets. Yes, sir. The Dutch progressive rock band Focus released Hocus Pocus in 1971. It became a surprise international hit thanks to its eccentric blend of hard rock, as you heard, yodeling, flute solos, and polka rhythms.
As you do. Ooh, I like that. Hocus Pocus by Focus. The flute, by the way. God, I love the flute. Little Jethro Tully. You know what was one of the one-hit wonders that they suggested? Was the one you did last week. The crazy one. Ha-ha. Yeah, that was one of them. Oh, my Lord. I like this song. Hocus Pocus. Yeah, that guy. Well, anytime you can do a little flute, right? You don't ever give up on the flute, people. All right?
When they were all together sitting in the studio, did one of them say, guys, I got a great idea for a song? And he just starts yodeling.
Yeah. Oh, what's the name of the song? Hocus Pocus. Wait. Hocus Pocus, and our name is Focus? Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Hey, have you guys met Brad? He plays the flute. Fantastic. Hocus Pocus by Focus. One hit wonder day from Ken. All right, Bell.
Mine is from the preeminent goth band of the 80s. And this is probably one of my favorite alternative songs. If I had to pick a top 5, this would definitely be in it. It is Bela Lugosi's Dead by the awesome Bauhaus.
All right. Awesome.
Lugosi's dead.
And their version of Ziggy Stardust is pretty kick-ass, too.
Yeah. Bauhaus was big. Peter Murphy was amazing.
Awesome.
It's funny. That song is so awesome. I love Bauhaus. I saw Bauhaus is just, Peter Murphy was, they became Love and Rockets eventually because he left the band because he was crazy. I don't know if you're aware of this. Some goth bands, they weren't well in the head. And he was one of them. That was awesome.
And he became very, very good friends with meth.
Yeah, that happens. Don't do that, kids. That's all I'm telling you. Next thing you know, we're bombing stuff in Venezuela. All right, from there, we move to Me. Song came out in 1962, and I will tell you guys this. It is one of the very few songs to have charted in several decades. The 60s, the 70s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. It has charted and has been number one on a few occasions and continues yearly to make money. Royalties. Are you ready for this? This is why a Halloween song, and it's wide open, as we said. $1 million a year for royalties. The guy who did it was a bit part actor, bit of vaudevillian. His name was Bobby Pickett. But he went by Boris when he did this, joking around on stage one night with his actual band called the Crypt Kicker Fives. He could do a Boris Karloff joke. So they went in after he did it on stage and said, we should do it. They recorded it for $200. They released it, and it went to number one. The song was actually banned in Britain. The BBC banned it. Wouldn't play it because they thought it was too creepy. So weirdos. You're Brits, you bunch of weirdos.
Too creepy.
Yeah, I know, right? They re-released it in 1973. It went to number one when it did. The bubbling you hear, they actually got some soda and water, put it inside of a cup. Somebody grabbed a straw and went... Those chains, they're just throwing change on the floor to make it sound like there's change.
Pretty high tech for the times.
Pretty high tech for the sign.
Smart.
He took advantage of the dance craze. You had the mashed potato and the twist and all the stuff, and he thought this would be great. And by the way, when he does his Boris Karloff, this is it. He sounds like it. I saw, he died in 2007, but I saw a couple years before he died, I was looking it up, and they did a live. He did a live performance of it. He sounded just like this. So, Bobby Boris Pickett, the Monster Mash, the Smash Mash. Oh, number one, 1962. Did the Transylvania Twist. I love One Hit Wonder Wednesday.
I guarantee if you go look at Spotify and Apple Music's charts, it's probably on there somewhere right now.
Oh, absolutely. That's why they say it does $1 million a year in royalties.
That's awesome.
Do you guys not understand why we're putting together a Christmas song that's not going to be Christmas because we've pivoted to Halloween? Because if we have a Halloween hit, every year we can split $1 million, guys, and we don't have to do anything before AI takes your job. Because it's coming. Oh, yeah. I got it. Funny, when we come back, so my uncle and I, we did a podcast last night. If you guys want to check it out, we did it on my YouTube, at Chad Benson Show. Go check that out. But I asked him specifically, Ken, about what you said yesterday. He's like, hey, Chad, you always talk about all the bad things that happen with AI. Is there anything good coming? My uncle is one of the preeminent AI guys on the planet.
Yeah.
We will talk about what he said coming back because it's
excellent.
It's funny. We'll do that straight ahead. This is the Chad Benson Show. Ho, ho, ho. Birch Gold, take advantage of what they got going on right now, celebrating our veterans all this month. It's awesome. When you buy $5,000 worth of gold from Birch Gold, they're going to do something for you. They can give you out a silver round celebrating our veterans with the Gadsden and American flags just for you. And it's all about protecting yourself. And let me tell you something. Gold has been around for millennia. It's not going anywhere. And it's a great opportunity for you to talk to somebody who might be able to help you, especially if we're sitting in an AI bubble. Things are going on out there, inflation. It's not bad to take a look at what's happening. So text the word Benson to 989898 now. Talk to my friends over at Birch Gold. Doesn't cost you anything. They can show you how you can move an IRA or 401k over to an IRA backed by gold. Or even if you want the physical itself, they can help you with that. It's simple and it's easy and it's free to text them. 989898, right? It's not going to cost you anything but time when it comes to getting the information. Text the word Benson to 989898 now for Birch Gold.
All right, drivers in Mount Juliet still got that overturned dump truck blocking the right two lanes of 40 eastbound just past Mount Juliet Road. That's going to be exit 226. Stop and go starts there at the Wilson-Davidson County line. We'll get you the latest on Hurricane Melissa, and it looks like the drug cartels and authorities are in a full-blown war in Rio de Janeiro. We'll tell you about the raid that took place there today, coming up at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
So yesterday, the announcement came down from Amazon. They're going to get rid of 30,000 over the space. They're going to get rid of essentially 10% of their workforce.
So it's more than the 14,000.
Yeah, 14 is the beginning of it. And so I talked to my uncle last night. My uncle and I, we have companies. AI is what we do, but it's all on the creative side. My uncle was employee like number 6 at Blizzard Entertainment. He helped create World of Warcraft. If you guys ever played Diablo, Ethereal, the character with no face, it's the front of everything. That's his. He is a freak of this kind of stuff.
Can you give me a free subscription to WoW?
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Oh, awesome.
It's not a problem. And all of you guys can be like, can you do the same for me? Settle down. So I said, hey, Paul. I said yesterday, I'm talking to Ken. He's, he hosts, along with the host show with me. He's our news director. He does all this stuff. And he said, Chad, I love this stuff. It's great. It's amazing. It does all this good stuff for me. But I also know it could be our demise, And I said, he's worried that there's nothing good coming. And my uncle says, and I quote, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath for 5 years.
Yeah, it's just now starting.
And the reason is the jobs that we have now are going to become obsolete. The jobs that will be created, we don't even know what they are now. And the interesting thing is, it's all Western nations, all developed nations are going to have this issue. Nations that aren't super developed, their life will change none. As he said, if you're a goat, farmer and you're out with picking apples and doing stuff like that, your life's not going to change much. But for us, there's going to be a lot of change. But he says what's going to come from it will be great, but it is going to be, for a while, it is going to be ugly.
Yeah, I saw where, like right now, universities are having to change their programs that are AI leaning because it has what they were teaching is already old.
Yeah.
And they've got to completely restructure their programs.
It was eye-opening because we talk about this stuff a lot. A lot of it comes from the creative side of it. But he said what's strange is right now, one of the new things that they're developing, I'm just fun. So that's what I do. But one of the new things they're developing is AI can now storyboard something from scratch, come up with something on its own without you prompting it, and create a script. It's not very good, he goes, but 6 months from now, it's going to create anything Hollywood can do without being prompt.
Once it learns.
All right, coming up, we'll have fun stuff in hour number 2 that's not so drab. Man, we do a lot of stuff here, kids, and I want to find out more about what's going on in Brazil. If you haven't seen the show, shame on you. Don't make me swim to your house. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Oopa!
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Again, drivers got a big backup eastbound 40 in Mount Juliet. You've got an overturned dump truck that's blocking the right 2 lanes, 40 eastbound, just past exit 226. The slowdown starts right there at the Wilson-Davidson County line. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Hurricane Melissa and the aftermath. This is Desmond McKenzie, the Minister of Local Government and Community Development in Jamaica, telling reporters today there are so far no reports on casualties yet.
We cannot presume that there are deaths. I'm hoping that there are no deaths to report on, but we are not in a position to make an official statement on deaths because we have not received any such information.
Yeah, they got to get through what's left. Right now in Cuba, flooded homes, devastated crops, blocked roads. Hurricane Melissa, meanwhile, currently south of the central Bahamas, moving northeast toward Bermuda with sustained winds of 100 miles per hour. It's expected to pass near or west of Bermuda late tomorrow. A violent drug raid in Rio de Janeiro has left 132 people dead, including 4 police officers in a sweeping operation against the Comando Vermelho gang, or Red Command. The raid involved 2,500 police officers and soldiers backed by helicopters, armored vehicles, and drones. Officers say they seized rifles and large quantities of drugs, arresting dozens of suspects, while gang members reportedly fought back with drones and explosives. And the U.S. federal government shut down here in the U.S., entering its 29th day, making it the second longest in American history. And here's House Speaker Mike Johnson.
And we pray that Senate Democrats come to their senses before the situation becomes too dire. On Saturday, this gets very real.
Democrats still want a deal on Obamacare tax subsidies first. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says talks have ticked up significantly, suggesting possible progress. The Senate expected to vote for a 14th time tomorrow, but again, no formal negotiations have been confirmed. And the Federal Reserve expected to cut interest rates later today. Here's ABC's Alexis Christoforous to tell us how the rate cut will impact everyday America.
One interest rate cut now won't make a big change, but over the course of months, it could really start to impact consumers. So what we could see is borrowing costs will go down a little bit for consumers and also for businesses. So you're looking at things like mortgage rates, which, by the way, are now at their lowest level in about a year.
And it looks like we just got another quarter-point interest rate cut. It looks like it's bringing it to the 3.75-4% range. I'm Ken Weaver.
Happy Halloween week. If you're watching on the YouTube, yes, I'm dressed up like a shark. That's what I'm gonna. This is what we're gonna end up doing for the rest of our times. We're all gonna have to end up dressing up stuff and dancing around at kids' parties. That's all that's gonna be left.
We should have put we should have put like a frog man in a shark cage behind you.
Oh, that'd have been great. Oh, that'd have been so phenomenal. I love it. I love it. You know, we were talking about AI last hour and how, for the next few years, it's going to be a bloodbath. Here's the fear of what's going to happen with AI. And I think people need to understand this. The poorest never lead or start revolutions. Russian Revolution, the Cuban Revolution, by the way. Go look at the French Revolution. It's not the poor that starts it. You know who starts it? Intelligentsia. You've got pissed. Imagine being a 25-year-old kid. You've lived through COVID, right? You're coming out into the workforce. You just spent $100,000 to get a degree. Even with grants, you still owe 50 G's. And oh, by the way, your job is obsolete already. Obsolete. That's what people are fearing that is going to happen. It's already happening. Just now, Paramount announced they're laying off a bunch of people. And the crazy thing is, you know what's scary? And I don't know what this says about us. And this is what the wealthy, right, need to figure out. And if I'm Trump, you better figure this out, dude, because let me tell you something. This is a serious issue that is going to separate us in ways we cannot believe. Because you're going to find the wealthy getting so wealthy and the average getting further and further and further away. I forgot that movie with Matt Damon, I think, where he was on the planet, but he wanted to go up in the air because they had that like floating planet above. I think it had Jodie Foster in it or something. That's what we're going to be at the rate we're going. They're going to have people worth $1 trillion, and you're going to have people who are like waiting for their basic income to come in. If we don't start getting the stuff will come, but you better figure it out because you can't put the genie back in the bottle. And you need to separate what is needed, i.e. militarily. It's vitally important. By the way, I think they launched a few new planes the other day that were only powered by AI. Think about that. Well, that's because they're getting ready for 3i Atlas, but that's a different story. We'll talk about that later. False flag coming this week, so be prepared. Got to be honest. Some of the stuff that I see people saying that I go, that guy's not like that, it kind of creeps me out. It's made of nickel, apparently, which is odd. But what you're going to have is
just the engines.
just the guns they're bringing. What you're going to have is this huge chasm between people that are overly educated with nothing to do, and they're going to have some access, some of them, because everything's going to be gone. And they're going to go, okay, well, this can't be. This can't be. And that's the fear that, I worry about. You see socialism on the rise. You see all of these things where they're talking about, well, these young kids are looking around going, I got nothing. I got bills. I was told I needed to go to college to get a degree. I got a degree. Really, what you got was a giant receipt that you're going to pay off and remind yourself every month forever what you did for 4 to 6 years. And you're going to work to barely stay above water at the rate you're going. And probably most Gen Z people, they've given up on trying to, and Gen Alpha and stuff, owning a house. They're waiting for mom and dad to die and hopefully get theirs. It sounds horrible, but it's true. I mean, that's sad, I mean, it really is.
Trade schools are getting ready to see a boom.
Yeah, but we only need so many plumbers.
That's the thing.
At some point in time, how many electricians? How many plumbers do we need? I mean, everybody poops, but you know what? Not everybody needs their own plumber. Oh, that'd be kind of interesting. Falling around with the toilet. Got to do what you got to do, Chad. I'm just telling you. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play this thing out. I mean, the amount of jobs I think we're going to see almost eliminated. Like, think about if you're in the tax world right now, And I'm not talking about one of those great accountants that, you know what I'm talking about, like the Hollywood kind of accountant, that your movie can make $800 million and it costs $1 to make and you took a $700 million loss. I'm not talking about that great person. I'm talking about the average accountant across the board at those big, giant firms. You can eliminate all of those people, minus a few. Amazon said they want to run like a startup.
The thing that I struggle with is, the left is always talking about how CEOs are rich and filthy and horrible people because they make so much more money than the average person. And, yes, CEOs want you dirt poor, so you won't be able to afford the stuff they sell.
Which is going to be
their, so if they're eliminating all these jobs, at some point they're going to hit a point where they don't have customers.
Yeah, well, there's the whole rub on the whole thing. At some point, do you come out and you limit because not only that, but governments need tax revenue. Without tax revenue, they don't survive. Without tax revenue, government means nothing, right?
And nor does socialism.
No, none of it.
Because without that government money.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about SNAP. Well, you know what? If they funded the government, SNAP would be going out. You know where SNAP comes from? Tax revenue. And I look around and I think to myself, my God, what are we going to, I look at my kids and I go, I hope you guys, play the lottery. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point because I tell Jack to get out of school as fast as you can to get into that trade school so you can get a head start. And there will be things in 4 or 5 years. But do you think, I was sitting there going, I think government's going to have to come in some ways and say, all right, look, militarily, we're going to do whatever we need to do, but we're going to cap certain industries when it comes to the AI. Because if we eliminate everybody, like you said, man, who's going to buy it if nobody can afford anything?
Right.
Yeah, you can run like a startup all you want to, but if people don't buy your product, then you're going to go broke too.
Mass foreclosures.
Yes. That's it. Even now, I was looking at a lot of people, because I think what we're seeing now is a lot of parents are starting to help these kids. They've seen the rates come down. And the parents are like trying to figure out, okay, do we get a second house and the kids take it over? I mean, it's so frustrating out there. And I get it, and I've got kids. I've got a 17-year-old and I've got a 15-year-old and soon to be a 15-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I'm looking out there and thinking, what are they going to, what are they looking at? The Amish. Maybe the Amish have it right. I don't know. The Amish.
Anybody who lives off nature has it right.
Do you know that there's an Amish sect in the Amazon? There is an Amish sect in the Amazon that are all crackers.
I'm going to go join them.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I've already got the goatee. I'll cut it a little bit if they need me to.
Are these people that have moved from the U.S. down to the Amazon?
No, I think what happened is they moved there originally when everybody came over, the Puritans and whatnot, they all came over. And I think they just stayed there and continued to, but there just wasn't a ton of them. And so and I was surprised to find out they got a huge Mennonite, like a decent sized Mennonite population there, but it's going to be, everybody's like, well, you can be carpenters. You better learn how to speak Spanish, but you can be that's great. But if there's 5,000 people who are applying for a job to be a carpenter, we start running out of the things to do. So that's why, AI is, it's a wonderful, amazing thing, and it's going to help us do a lot of stuff. And at the same time, I sit there and I go, when we were talking last night, my uncle and he said, here's the big thing. We created something that will find us obsolete within 3 to 5 years because it'll be smarter than anything has ever lived on our planet outside of God. And it will think us no more than pets. And I'm like, oh God.
As long as they feed me on time.
I know. Are they going to carry around one of those little purses? And the robots, too, by the way, the robots, which are getting extremely affordable, are also, then the question becomes, when does the robot talk to the AI computer-based version of it and it joins forces? Because even Gronk, right? If you guys have not seen anything about Gronk, the people that are working on Gronk every day, they said, this is what's amazing about it. We don't know how it does it, but it's repairing itself and reprogramming itself. So when it messes up, it goes, it reprograms that, it fixes that part and moves on. So it's already getting to that level. And wait till, we get to the point where computing, the ridiculous computing comes in. And then we're going to find out that this is going to get crazy. Crazy, I said. Meanwhile, maybe
2934 had a good question. It's like, if they foreclose on your house, who the hell's going to buy it from the bank?
Well, yeah. Well, that's why that goes back to the same thing. If nobody's got money, doesn't matter if they foreclose. So, but are we all just going to get universal basic income for a while?
From where?
That's just it. From where? Where we get that?
That's the thing.
It's that whole, and there will be more millionaires and more billionaires that will come out of this. The problem is, if you don't get into it early, the fear is it's going to get away from everybody. And then all of a sudden, you're going to have literally the haves with everything and then everybody else in the world, which leads to chaos. And unlike other revolutions, they have an army of drones. So people, the size of the group may not matter if they could blow everybody up at once. This is fun. That's why I'm going to be a shark. You know what a shark's worrying about now? Nothing. Swimming around, thinking I'm going to go swim, eat, maybe make a little baby, see if I catch one of those seals.
Making babies and eating.
That's what they do. That is what they do. Belle, your whole thought about building an underground bunker.
Luxury.
Did you see
underground bunker?
How many luxury bunkers have been built now by the ultra wealthy?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And that's probably because of 3i Atlas coming, which is supposed to Friday. Something was supposed to happen. That's what I've been told. People are like, take your vacation days now. Something's happening. And I'm like, what's happening?
Maybe those rapture people got the date wrong, and that's when it's going to happen.
You know who got it wrong? It was crazy San Diego people with their shoes. They got it all wrong. Heaven's Gate. They did. This was the one
Wrong
they were
comet.
waiting for. Yeah, this was the one they were waiting for. Because if you think about it, that comet was here all those years ago, and they said it was behind this comet. Well, in theory, this is behind the comet. And if you think about infinity, time-wise, it's not too far behind it. Just a decade or so. That's nothing. That's nothing. People can all pick vegetables, says one. Government needs tax revenue to function. They do. They do need tax revenue to function, and that's going to be, how does that happen? But see, then what happens is government becomes your end-all to be-all. Because they will be the people that, we're seeing this in a mini way right now, where you are going to need them to supply you with certain things. Which is, it's awesome, but scary at the same time.
Yeah, the people that provide you with something control that aspect of your life.
Yeah, can take it away. So there is
And we know how government does that.
Yes, and we're seeing it now, for God's sakes. In the battle that's going on. The battle's not about us. It's about who wins. Their battle between each other. That's it. Because they think if we win this, we win the midterms. So not whether or not you eat or our air traffic controllers aren't worried as they're trying to land a gazillion planes at once. No, they're thinking if we win this, we win the midterms. Coming up, White Woman Wednesday. So we've got Kylie, but I found a new lady, young lady. She's in her mid-20s. She's something else. This one, you guys are going to love this one. You're going to love this one. I promise you that. We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. All right. Speaking of Medicare plans, they're like reality TV, as my friend says. Every season, somebody gets voted off the island, meaning one of them's gone. The one you like may be gone. Next thing you know, my plan's gone. What do I do? Well, then you call a Medicare agent. They put you in something that is designed to give them the most commission. Is it really that good for you? That's why I want to talk to you about my friends at Chapter. They're awesome. They work for you. They don't work for the government or big insurance companies at all. It's absolutely free. On average, they save seniors about $1,100 a year, and it doesn't take a long time. So what you do is you hit pound 250, and the key word is Medicare plan. You transfer somebody and you talk to them. In under 20 minutes, they're going to give you all of your options right in front of you for you to make the best decision for you. That's why I love what they do. Work with my mother-in-law, so easy. It can work for you. No gimmicks. There's no pressure. It's absolutely free for you. Just honest advice from people who understand Medicare, and that is Chapter. Dial pound 250 today. Say keyword Medicare plan. Don't mess around with Medicare. Do the smart thing. Work with Chapter. Say pound. Pound. That's that little thing that looks like a tic-tac. 250. The keyword is Medicare plan, and they'll get you transferred, and away you go with my friends over at Chapter.
All right, drivers, I still see that issue with the overturned dump trunk. It is a truck, that is. It is blocking the right two lanes of 40 eastbound just past Mount Juliet Road there at exit 226. Federal Reserve has cut interest rates again. We'll tell you about it at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
So, White Woman Wednesday. I didn't say girl that time. It's White Woman Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we have progressive white women come on through their sound, the dulcet tones, to yell at us.
So what's happening is you're listening to enough of this content that you're starting to understand your misogyny and remove it from your lexicon.
Absolutely. The patriarchal way that I've been looking at things through my heteronormative cisgendered ways has been absolutely abhorrent.
Well,
and for that, I apologize.
And you're white.
Well, needless to say, the worst thing of all. I'm a cracker. I found a new lady. Now, I had seen her before, and I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if she does anything outside of put makeup on because she does a get ready with me as she lectures us. And it's funny because this one, guys, may take the cake of crazy to a level that is spectacular.
In the same way we lost young men, we need to be very careful, cognizant, and critical of trends that can lead to the alt-right pipeline. Because while these things aren't inherently conservative, or dare I say, even fascist sometimes, they can be the starting point for a very slippery slope. So here are the top alt-right rabbit holes for women that I think we need to be cognizant of and educate around. Clean beauty and clean eating. While opting for more natural ingredients in your skincare and food seems fairly harmless, you can quickly slide down the slope to the alt-right by engaging in content around distrust in regulatory bodies.
Okay, so clean, eating, and beauty. So eating healthy and trying to be fit. That's horrible. Okay? Already, you are living in a hierarchical world. By the way, she's stunning, just to let you guys know.
Did she say that leads down the slope
to the alt-right? Yeah.
To distrusting government regulators?
Oh, yeah. Oh, get ready for it, man. We're just getting started. Oh.
Anti-vax rhetoric, conspiracies around big pharma. And next thing you know, you think you're making America healthy again. Trad wife content. While this starts off as romanticizing homemaking, this quickly can slide into a conversation about promoting very rigid gender norms, anti-feminism, and ideologies that contribute to Christian nationalism and white supremacy. Skinny talk and diet culture.
Here we
While
go.
this starts as fitness routines and feeling your best, it's a slippery slope to assigning moral superiority to thinness, which then can slide pretty quickly into eugenics.
Oh, my Lord. We went straight to eugenics. We went straight to beautiful people will eventually want to eliminate the ugly people. Eugenics.
Because of your lipstick and your makeup.
Yeah. Now, guys, if you thought that was spectacular, it is about time for you to go and say the greatest craziness of all with our good friend here. Her name is Jess.
Jess.
Here goes Jess on this one.
Homesteading and homeschooling. And listen, I have a carrot tattoo, so while gardening, being closer to our food sources, and taking a hands-on role in your child's education is great, it can quickly lead to mistrust in institutions. Overall, a mistrust in public schooling, like public schooling isn't good enough, just lead to classism, racism. I feel this is extra important because of the attacks on the Department of Education right now. This problem is just going to get worse. New age spirituality, tarot, crystals, all that kind of stuff. Make sure, I'm passionate about this, make sure the people selling you your crystals aren't QAnon people. Once I spent like $200 in a crystal store, and then I went home and looked at the shop and realized that she was like a Great Awakening weirdo. This is all anti-Semitic conspiracy whack job bullshit, and it's rampant in the spirituality space.
I just want everybody to know, if you're buying your crystals that will help you with your spirituality, as you do, make sure you're getting them from a good crystal. Because one time I bought some crystals from somebody and it was crack. Different kind of crystals. Can you believe? She goes, oh, here, she got like in the video, like she was so excited about this, she threw her makeup. She's like, I'm so excited about, and this is important to me. When you buy crystals, what do the crystals do, out of curiosity? Does anybody know? Somebody out there has to know.
Well, it looks like they brought another quarter-point interest rate cut.
Really? Because of the crystals?
I don't know.
Did we do it right? Did we go down the QAnon hole? Because this one time I bought crystals from somebody and tarot cards, found out they were a Nazi. Oh, my God. That right there is somebody who lives in the world of privilege and then tells everybody else, don't live in privilege. Don't live in privilege.
Better not call it Christmas break in her world.
Oh, God, no. Are you kidding me? Who is it? Angry white women. I'm telling you. We'll talk a little bit more about this. So they brought down another quarter point?
Another quarter point.
Oh, look at this. The party is beginning, kids. Now's your chance to get a house to live before AI takes it away from you.
Before AI starts raising rates again.
Oh, my Lord. Goodness me. It is chaos and craziness. A lot of stuff to get to. I want to get to the story of the Perry County guy who was arrested for a meme.
I saw that.
A meme, people.
They need to keep that British BS over in Britain.
And it is insane. We'll probably do that straight ahead. If you missed any of the show, we say shame on you, grab the podcast. And yes, if you're on YouTube, hello, we'll come over there in a minute. We've been having issues with some of our stuff here today. I am dressed as a shark. Just let you guys know that. What? Happy Wednesday. It's Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
1:30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. And the Federal Reserve just cut interest rates by another quarter point, bringing the benchmark rate down to a range of 3.75 to 4%. Officials say the move aims to support a cooling job market, even as inflation remains above target. Hurricane Melissa weakening to a Cat 2 storm after slamming Jamaica and eastern Cuba with devastating winds and flooding. Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, Jamaica's education minister, telling reporters today most of the island there without power.
In terms of electricity, 77% of the country is without electricity. There is work that's going to be done to bring that up as quickly as we can, but that is a large number.
Right now in Cuba, flooded homes, devastated crops, blocked roads. Hurricane Melissa expected to pass near or west of Bermuda late tomorrow. Meanwhile, in our nation's capital, the blame game for the ongoing federal government shutdown continues. Leading Democrat in the U.S. Senate, Chuck Schumer.
Right now, we're staring down the barrel at two crises at once, a health care crisis and a hunger crisis, and both are caused by one man, Donald Trump.
Well, Senate Majority Leader John Thune says talks have ticked up significantly, suggesting possible progress. They're expected to vote for a 14th time tomorrow. And right now in Nashville, a woman's in custody for allegedly making threats online against Lipscomb University and Academy. Channel 4's Holly Thompson reports.
Metro Police saying 25-year-old Carissa Hamlet stated, "I'll go blow Lipscomb up right now," in a comment made on Facebook. Now, this was under an article on the school's handling of a Charlie Kirk memorial in protest. The comment was sent to Lipscomb's director of security. Hamlet's charged with threatening mass violence against a school and false reporting. Lipscomb has clarified she has no affiliation with the school.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Questions from News Channel 5 Chief. And right now, he's not scheduled. Chief Investor.
Low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
From the Beacon Capital Management Weather Center.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Off and on scattered showers continue for the remainder of today. Temperatures low to mid-50s. Tonight we're down to the 40s. Tomorrow we'll have a shower in the morning, dry things out for the afternoon, and try to get some sunshine. Temperatures will stay in the 50s for our Thursday. Friday we're back near 60, but at the chilly morning we'll wake up near 40 with some higher elevations in the 30s. The weekend is dry, clouds and sunshine mix, and temperatures stay in the low 60s.
The Wellness Institute in Nashville is awesome. I trust them, so should you. Go to painisbad.com or call 615-246-5009. Why is that? Because for $12, when it comes to your back, when it comes to your leg pain, when it comes to the pains in your neck and the things that you think you just have tried everything and you can't get rid of, they're there for you. Dr. Ashley, Dr. Mitchell are incredible. $12, Big Daddy Trump special, comprehensive exam, x-rays if needed. They're going to explain the diagnosis on the first treatment, and away you go. No surgery, no spinal injections, no painkillers. When you think you've gone to the point where you're like, I can't do it anymore, it's because you haven't gone here. They're going to treat you amazing. Their technology is, it may be otherworldly. I don't know, but I do know this. Their brains, their brilliance, they're going to help you out. I swear by them. They get you up, they get you moving, they get you feeling better than you have in years with a pain-free life. It is possible. Call the Wellness Institute of Nashville today, 615-246-5009, 615-246-5009, or go to painisbad.com. Stories making headlines, as it should, around the country. So imagine this. We talk about the Brits, right? And somebody, sir, did you post a beeb that says that you don't like when young children are molested by people of foreign descent, to who we decide not to prosecute? Yes, we're going to have to arrest you and put you in jail forever. Blah. And they blow their whistle. And we're like, those Brits are stupid. What are they doing? No wonder we kick their ass. Well, guess what? We may be joining them. We should kick our own ass after this. So, Perry County, there's a former Tennessee police officer, Larry Buschert Jr. I think that's there. You said his name. He's in jail for posting a meme. What did it say, Chad? Was it violent? Did he threaten? It's actually a meme that he took it from Donald Trump, what he said, okay? And it says his name, Larry Buschert. It was on Facebook, too. So guess how many people saw it? None. It wasn't retweeted, re-Facebooked. It wasn't anything. It was none of it. It says on there, this seems relevant today. And this was, I think, right after Charlie Kirk had been shot. But it has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. It says, we have to get over it, which is what Trump said. And this is what it's on the Perry High School mass shooting in Iowa that happened. So these are all words that Trump said. Nothing here's been taken out of context. Unless, of course, you're in Perry County, then everything is.
Jailed for a meme. Tonight, a Middle Tennessee sheriff defends the arrest of a man for posting this online meme, quoting President Trump. Good evening. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. Free speech advocates are sounding the alarm about this man's arrest. But in an interview, Perry County Sheriff Nick Weems claims this man left him no choice.
The sheriff sat down to answer some tough questions from News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil William.
By the way, I just want to give it up to the sheriff for even sitting down because old Phil asked some questions. I think the sheriff feels like this is kind of not a good look because it's not. Guy doesn't even live there. They showed up at his house.
Phil, there are a lot of people out there who are outraged over this.
That may be an understatement. Larry Buschert has been behind bars for more than a month, and right now he's not scheduled for another court appearance for more than 5 weeks. The question is, should this case ever have gone this more than 5 weeks? The question is...
By the way, the amount of bail, I don't know if they talk about it in this because I was trying to do 50 different things. $2 million is his bail.
There has got to be something else going on here.
$2 million for his meme bail.
Yeah, there's been some very, very bad phone calls that my employees has had to endure. Our dispatch has had to endure.
For Perry County Sheriff Nick Weems and his office, the last few weeks have been rough as word has spread about their arrest of 61-year-old Larry Buschert for a Facebook post. A local judge set Bushart's bond at $2 million.
He's been here for 35 days.
35 days? Mm-hmm. Over a meme?
Well, it was a series of posts, but yes, the one post that he made was the one with Donald Trump that got everybody's attention and was considered threatening.
Okay. Thank you.
Local police took Buschert into custody at his home in Lexington, Tennessee on September 21st based on a warrant issued out of Perry County. The one-time cop is one of those rare liberals in rural Middle Tennessee and a keyboard warrior known for posting progressive memes like these.
And you know what? I don't care that he's progressive or not. There was nothing about this. He doesn't even live in the county. He doesn't live there. He lives over. As several of you are saying, wait, what?
The sheriff went out of his jurisdiction to arrest him.
Yes.
How is this not going to get thrown out?
Because Perry County has a high school, and the threat is to the high school, Bell. $2 million. I just want to go over this. $2 million bail. A $2 million bail. On a meme. A meme.
This is what they charged me with. Okay. Threatening mass violence at a school.
At a school?
It's referring to a school. I have no idea. That's what they've called us for. and I ain't got a clue.
I played on Facebook. I threatened no one. I know you don't give a damn.
This is the meme that landed Bussard in jail. He posted it as part of a discussion about Charlie Kirk's murder. The meme quotes Donald Trump saying, "We have to get over it." It was exactly what the president said the day after a deadly school shooting in Perry, Iowa.
That's the meme that he posted, correct?
That looks like it, except this part was blurred out, the face.
Where is the threat in there, Sheriff?
Now, here's where, if I'm the sheriff, if I live in Perry County, I may be upset with the sheriff, because here's where the threat comes in, according to the sheriff.
Right here?
Sheriff Weems says some in his community took the reference in the Trump meme to Perry High School to be a threat to shoot up Perry County High School.
You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot if you think that a meme that was posted about another shooting in Perry, Iowa was about your school. You are absolutely an idiot. An absolute idiot. How? Hey, look at that. There's somebody posted something about. What is wrong with people? Did you really think that this guy was going to go shoot? Well, he could have done it, right? I mean, people might have thought that because there's a Perry there and there's a Perry here. So maybe he was, what?
Which had recently had to deal with a threat from a student.
Whenever you come to a Perry County page, okay, that is set up to let people know what's going on in Perry County, and you post this talking about Perry High School shooting.
It doesn't say Perry County High School.
It says Perry High School. Mass shooting one day after, okay? That led people to believe in our county that he's talking about Perry County High School because it doesn't say Iowa either.
But you also knew this was an existing meme that was already out there on the internet.
Correct.
And so it's clear he's not talking about Perry County High School.
We knew. The public did not know.
The public's stupid, and we had to help him out.
Yeah, wait. Okay, great. Well, here's the thing. You knew. That's all I need to know. All I need to know is you knew. Okay? That's it. Am I wrong? I feel like, is this thing on? What? If I was a real shark, I'd go over there and just have to destroy everything in Perry County. Just munch away at it.
Careful now. They might come after you.
By the way, several people have texted in and said, well, if the sheriff saw my thing, I'd go to jail forever. Free speech, baby. Free speech. He didn't threaten anything. The fact that the name of another shooting at another school in another state matches one there, and you knew, well, he's not really a threat. We knew that. But it doesn't mean we're not going to keep him here.
No one even replied to that one meme, the meme that's in question here.
No one said this is a threat against our school.
No one even mentioned it.
Chris Ergel from South Carolina heard about Bussard's arrest and started a Justice for Larry Bussard page on Facebook.
A reasonable person cannot possibly interpret that as a threat. So I'm not sure what he's reacting to. I think it might be his own feelings.
So why not just inform the public that this was not about Perry County High School?
Because here's the thing. Whenever you're dealing with something like this and you've got multiple people that is now scared to send their kids to school, we tried to take a different approach and go and speak to this guy and say, hey, look, this is what you're doing.
But it's just, freedom of speech, you know?
As Bussard's wife explained to police, he saw nothing wrong with what he had done.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you did or did not commit a crime.
I may have been but I'm...
That's not illegal.
All of this could have been avoided, the sheriff says, if Bussard had just deleted the meme that people in Perry County had found so objectionable.
That's not the way free speech works. That's the opposite of free speech. And because you're stupid doesn't mean you can't be offended. By the way, you're offended for what? Well, we couldn't send kids to school. You guys should doubly send kids to school. If, in fact, you know what? Quite frankly, I think they should bust the kids out of that school to somewhere else where they got book learning and such. How'd you do today in school? Threw rocks. Oh, man, I'm best rock thrower ever.
Learn some banjo, too. Want to hear it?
Yeah, by the way, several of these people said, Perry County, can you say deliverance? I didn't say that, but I will.
How do you end up in a position of legal authority when you're this much of a moron?
Who didn't get the job?
Yeah.
Well, there's one guy, he applied for the job. He shot himself in the foot at the interview, and he almost got it, but he had 4 felonies, so he said no.
Who didn't get the
That fourth one put us over the line with him.
I'm sorry. This is insane. And, well, people here are offended. Who's offended? Who? Tell me. Nobody saw it. It was on Facebook.
And it doesn't matter who's offended.
Yeah. And no, if you really thought, well, somebody's going to come to our... Because a kid threatened to shoot up the school, allegedly. You took it as this 65-year-old retired police officer in a city not near you was also going to shoot up the school?
Whenever we sent Lexington Police Department out to speak to him, and he refused to do that, I mean, what kind of person does that? What kind of person just says he don't care? I'm not taking it down.
A free American.
Somebody exercising his Fifth Amendment rights to not talk to you?
Yeah, his first and fifth, which is freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Man, if you could arrest people for stupid, that's how we fix AI.
Maybe a person who doesn't think he's done anything wrong.
Well, in TCA's eyes, and our state legislatures that's put this law forth that come out July 1st, 2024, says otherwise.
As for Weems' statement that Bussard would not be in jail today if he had just deleted the post, Chris Ergel says that shows it was never really about any threat against Perry County High School.
Pretty much tells me he doesn't consider it a threat. If you think it's a threat, why would removing it make any difference?
In your...
Yeah, that's the other thing. So you were going to shoot up the high school? Well, according to your meme, take it down. Are you still going to shoot up the high school? Well, I wasn't going to, but now they asked me to take it down. You guys caught me. Dude, the state legislature didn't pass something that said, hey, if you think that you're offended by somebody who posted a meme from a long time ago that may have a name similar to another school where there was an incident, go arrest this guy.
9808 texted in, a good attorney will have this guy a new retirement plan with Perry County paying.
Yeah, it's going to be called Bushard County sooner rather than later. I'm absolutely stunned by this. I expect more. I mean, my goodness me, this is insane.
We should be embarrassed as a state that this idiot has a job that's being paid for by taxpayers.
Yeah. By the way, you know what? Ham just said something. Everybody who's listening, go grab it. Go throw it out there. Put it on your thing.
Yeah, right? That's exactly what's going on in Great Britain.
That is exactly what's going on. And in fact, it's maybe worse because in Great Britain, you might say these immigrants that come here are doing horrible things and they are living their okay, that's, again, free speech, what we're used to. This was implied, according to somebody who saw something on the Facebook page, that he meant Perry School? Oh, good God. Am I here? I would wear this in the courtroom. Sir, I'm wearing my shark outfit because I'm going to have your asses in a sling. You guys ever seen the movie Jaws? I'm coming for you. Me and my attorney are going to roast you. $2 million. Get your head out of your ass.
His name is Hooper!
Hooper! I'm beyond upset about this, and you should be as well. All right, coming up, more stuff. Maybe do a little White Woman Wednesday. We'll see if we can squeeze some more in. Several of you are very excited about the last girl. The crystals really got you guys excited. Well, who doesn't love crystals? Right? Who doesn't want to buy the right kind of crystals from people who aren't on QAnon? Because next thing you know, you got your crystals and your crystals don't work, right? I one time bought one of those dream catchers. It was off the dark web. Didn't work.
Didn't work. Didn't catch a dream, did it?
We pulled up next to this couple one time. My buddy, he was wealthy kid. He had a BMW. We're like 17. And this family's next to us in like a Pinto wagon. It's like 104 degrees outside, and they have no air conditioning, and they have one of those dream catchers down. My buddy rolls down the window, goes, "Hey, hey!" And they look over, he goes, "You might want to turn it around." Awful.
What was the reaction?
They just kind of looked at us, and we drove off. And I looked at Travis. Travis, that's the worst, dude. You're such a dick. Oh, Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Prize Picks. Right now, opportunities abound for you in Prize Picks. It is incredible what's going on with Prize Picks, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. Money is easy to get. It's America's #1 fantasy sports app, and it's based on players' projected stats. You pick a lineup based on 2 or more players, up to 6. All right? And they have a great things like you go on there, they've got deals going on every day. They've got different injury reboots. So if one of your player leaves the games in the first half and doesn't return, guess what happens? They're not going to count it as loss. There's so many things that PrizePicks does to make sure that you're taken care of, and it's about picking projected stats. Whether it's whether or not Shohei Ohtani will get more than 1.5 hits tonight, or maybe Steph Curry will score more than 4.5 3-pointers. It's more or less, it's that simple. Here's the other great thing. You download the app today, use my code CHAD, you get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's win or lose. So what are you waiting for? Download the PrizePicks app today, use my code CHAD, get that $50 in lineups and play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Must be 21 in Tennessee. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789.
The Federal Reserve cut interest rates by a quarter point today. We'll tell you what that means coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
It's not enough. We need it to be by 5 bazillion points. Would be great. You know, we talk about our betting scandal here the other day. So Turkey has arguably 3 or 4 of the biggest soccer teams in the world, Galatasaray being one of them. They have issues with betting over there, not amongst their players, but their referees.
He said out of those 571, 371 of them have betting accounts. And he said that 152 of them are actively gambling on football. And incredibly, there is one match official in Turkey who has had 18,227 bets on football games.
Almost 20,000 bets on football games, and he's a top referee. It's one thing when you get the players, right? But now you're talking the referees. And some of these guys have 6 accounts, and they've bet 10,000 times or more. I feel like there's going to be an issue. I think if I went over there right now, I could probably ref a game because nobody else can be trusted. I don't know much about the betting world when it comes to Turkish football. I do know the teams, but I only know 2 of them that are really good. Man, we thought ours was bad. By the way, Chauncey Billups, man, I saw 2 attorneys yesterday talking about him, the coach. He's in, they're not talking about kind of little trouble. They think Terry Rozier, he may not be in as much trouble that some people think, but the whole thought with Chauncey Billups is he probably will do some serious time. Could be up to 20 years per count. Hoo-hoo. Don't mess with the mob, kids. Coming up, hour number 3 of the Chad Benson Show.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. We've got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. The Federal Reserve cut interest rates today by a quarter point. ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous has more.
This was widely expected. What it's going to do is make borrowing costs for consumers and businesses a little less expensive. By that, I mean your credit card interest rate, your auto loan interest rate may come down a little bit because of this. This rate is not directly tied to mortgage rates, though we have seen mortgage rates come down in anticipation of the Fed cutting rates.
Right now in Brazil, images show partially covered and clothed bodies bleeding into the street following a massive drug raid in Rio de Janeiro. Looks like a war zone. It's left at least 132 people dead, including 4 police officers. You see fire and smoke coming from the tops of several buildings in the city. Authorities say they targeted the Comando Vermelho gang, with 2,500 police and soldiers backed by helicopters, armored vehicles, and drones. Officers say they seized rifles and large quantities of drugs, arresting dozens of suspects, while gang members reportedly retaliated with drones and explosives. And right now in Jamaica, Ike Jaichi.
One of the biggest issues here in Jamaica are landslides. A wall of water and debris came rushing down from the Jamaican Blue Mountains, downing power lines. Now, help is on the way. The Miami Heat, in partnership with the Mickey and Madeline Arison Family Foundation and the Carnival Corporation, have announced a combined $1 million donation for Jamaica's recovery from Hurricane Melissa.
And before making landfall in Cuba, they were already experiencing flooding from Melissa's rain. Looks like Melissa's going to pass just west of Bermuda by late tomorrow night. Right now in Nashville, police say a Nashville woman threatened to blow up Lipscomb University after posting online about the school's response to a student-led memorial for Charlie Kirk. Carissa Hamlet now facing charges for making a threat of mass violence. In her Facebook comment, she wrote, "I'll go blow Lipscomb TF up right now," which prompted an emergency response from authorities and led to her arrest. And 2 men facing charges in Murfreesboro for soliciting minors for sex, says Channel 4's Holly Thompson.
Detectives arrested 51-year-old Jason Roberts and 42-year-old Mark Boyd during a 2-day sting operation. Both men went to local hotels, believing they were meeting up with underage girls. Both men now out on bond right now. They will appear in court for the first time December 10th.
That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Happy Halloween week. That's right. You're at the Shark's Den. Woo. I'm dressed as a shark. If you're on YouTube, you can see me. What's up? What's up?
Hey, I just posted that last segment as a podcast, and it's up on our website now under your page, very top podcast. And there is an arrow in the top right to go share that.
Yeah.
And we should share that. I would implore the listeners to share that as widely as possible so that Mr. Weems finds out that most people think he's an idiot.
Yeah. And if you guys didn't hear, that was a story we did about Perry County where they arrested a guy for a dangerous meme that was ridiculous. You know, Ken, you did that story about the Linscomb threat.
Linscomb, yeah.
That's a threat.
That's a threat, yes.
That's a threat. A meme that about a shooting at a school in Iowa where Trump said we all have to learn to get over whatever the hell he said that was just something innocuous, and posting that, and then you taking it as if a guy 3 towns over is going to come shoot up your high school because it's also called Perry High School is ridiculous.
Yeah, Channel 2 has the story, too.
Yeah, it's just...
It's blowing up.
As it should. And you know what? The Cato Institute has it, and Reason has it.
This guy needs to be put on blast until he's working as a grocery checker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have nobody else. He may be working. I don't know what Perry County's like outside of somebody said, have you seen Deliverance? Yeah, it's kind of like that. I do not know that for sure. I've not been there. But I do know that apparently he thought his people were too stupid to understand this was not about that.
Well, he cited Tennessee law, and I need to find the Tennessee law, if it even...
It's somebody sent me it. It is, they said, universal citation. The media neutral citation is based on the American Association of Law Liberties, and it goes into mass violence means any act which reasonable person would conclude lead to serious bodily injury or death of two or more persons. School property, school means. I mean, it's nothing in there because it's not about that school. It just happens to be that Perry County is a school. They have a school, and the school in Iowa was also called Perry.
Well, and the Post does not have a threat in it.
No.
There is no threat in this post.
None.
It is a meme. It's a meme of President Trump saying we have to get over it. Talking about that school shooting in Iowa, I think it was. But there's no threat.
Yeah.
It's simply a meme.
It's simple. And it's, by the way, it's a quote that's not taken out of context. It was taken in actual context the right way, something that Donald Trump, the president of the United States, said.
Yes.
About a school shooting that happened in Iowa. And that's it. Nothing else. He doesn't say this is what's going to happen to you. And it's a $2 million bond. I wonder what that lady, if she's getting bonded out, old Linscomb. Wonder what that is.
Lipscomb.
Lipscomb.
Lips.
Lipscomb. I know I was trying to say well, you know what? I'm a shark, all right? We're having troubles.
That's right. You've got a lot of teeth to get through there, dude.
People are probably looking and going, what the hell is this guy dressed up like?
Well, and I think I read I think it was Phil Williams' piece that you guys were running there. I think this arrest had the blessing of the district attorney down there, the prosecuting attorney.
Yeah, that's it. Because I think the sheriff is a bit embarrassed. You could tell. I don't think Jeffro got it. I call him Jeffro. His name's Weems. I don't think he thought this was, because he readily admitted in that piece, well, we know it's not really a threat.
Right.
And you're still holding him?
Well, and the thing about it, too, is I've seen on other sheriff departments' social media pages, they come right out and they informed the public on their pages that if there is a threat and it's investigated, they determined that there was no threat.
Yes.
They explain it, which it looks like could have been done here.
But he seemed to think that the people in Perry County were too stupid to understand that. And if you live in Perry County and you happen to hear us on your long wave radio, Breaker 19, did you take this as a threat? I mean, did you feel that, are you not smart enough to understand that this was not a threat?
Yeah, and how do you feel about your sheriff implying that you're not smart enough to understand the difference between a threat and non-threat?
Yeah. I mean,
this man has been locked up for over a month.
And did you hear when his hearing is? Not till December, 15th? So he's got to go through all of Thanksgiving. His bond is $2 million, and he doesn't get a hearing until December. Good. What's going on in Perry County that you can't get in front of a judge?
Man.
I mean, this is... and they're like, well, there was a series of posts. Okay. But it was none of those posts. It was this post specifically. And we know he's no threat. So it wasn't any of the other posts. And you know this threat is not real. And you've already said that. You've admitted that. And now your take is, well, we got to keep him here.
Sheriff Weems and the district attorney both need to resign.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And Phil Williams said, look, we contacted, he goes, and I said, good on, the sheriff for at least coming on and talking to him. But the DA won't get back. Why won't you get back? Oh, charges have just been dropped?
What?
I don't know. Somebody just tweeted that. Let's go see. That'd be good. Charges. You know what? If you do drop the charges, you should kiss his butt all the way to the Perry County line.
Check Phil Williams' socials here.
Because there's no way that, I mean, the fact that we're even talking about this is insane. In our state, too, of all states, which prides itself, we're free. This is what it's all about. I hope they're dropped. They should be dropped.
But those guys still need to resign.
Absolutely, they do. And somebody should be sued, big time.
Yeah, I'm not seeing charges have been dropped. Not saying they haven't been. I'm just not seeing anything official yet.
Yeah. So
let's go to Perry County.
We're
Facebook.
sorry about what happened. We weren't.
We ain't smart enough to read the Constitution. We apologize.
I know.
Well, this isn't going to be over for them.
No.
This guy, if it is found that he is definitely wrongfully incarcerated, there's going to be a civil lawsuit.
Yeah. Well, as there should be. This is what he said at one time. I played on Facebook. I threatened no one. I may have been an a-hole, but I don't think that's a crime. It's not a crime.
Perry County is about to have their budget busted.
Yeah.
Well, the meme. There's just no threat in that.
No.
There's no threat.
Because what you played earlier, the thing,
that the young woman
Yeah.
said about Lipscomb. Yeah, she said. Here's what she wrote. I'll go blow Lipscomb the F up right now.
That's a threat.
That's a threat.
Do we understand the difference of threats? One is I am saying I intend to do something violent towards you or your place or whatever it is. The other one was a meme that had nothing to do with violence, with zero threat to do anything. One is a true threat, and that's why she got arrested. The difference between free speech.
Right. That's when it becomes a problem.
Absolutely. Is she out on jail? Do we even know? Is she out
I
on
don't
bail?
know if she's out on bail. Bond.
I bet her bond wasn't $2 million.
No, that's the funny thing. $2 million. That was of all of the things besides that, the absurdity of $2 million. And okay, let's just say you really thought he was going to go do it, which you've already said there was no threat, and Sheriff Williams said, there's no threat in this. We never thought he was guilty of it. The thought that you would then keep him in jail, and you asked him to take it down, and he didn't, which, again, he shouldn't have to. But the thought that if he did take it down, well, that'd be fine. So if you really believed he was a threat, the meme or not should not have changed whether or not you were going to arrest him.
Well, he needed him to take it down because the citizens of Perry County aren't smart enough to understand that it wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
According to him.
Yeah. How far is Perry County? It's not that far,
It's
right?
about 80 miles southwest of Nashville.
And he, by the way,
they're within listening distance.
Well, they're probably listening now. And you know what? Some of those people are listening going, you know what? This guy's right. This Chad guy. I mean, he may dress like a shark. You know why? Because I'm a shark when it comes to real life. When it comes to smart things. Like,
Hoopa! Hoopa!
Hoopa! So I'm looking at some of the pictures of Perry County. By the way, God's country.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Man, look at that. Like, I'm looking at the Saville Bridge. That looks nice. That looks like something that the Headless Horseman would try to chase Ichabod Crane through.
Ichabod Crane. I love the Johnny Depp version of that, man.
Oh, God, that was such a great
Sleepy
movie.
Hollow.
Johnny Depp, I got to admit, first of all, I like Johnny Depp.
I freaking love him.
And I don't really care that his wife pooped in his bed. So at that point in time, I would have been the judge. I'm like, I don't care. You're done. You're nuts and you're done.
Did you ever see the movie Tusk, Kevin Smith?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
His character, Depp's character in that is just hilarious.
So I love him. You know who else I like? Armie Hammer. I mean, I'm sure he threatened to eat his wives, but still. Did you know he's got a movie coming out? He's finally back, kids.
Cannibal Island?
No, it's not. That's a good name for it, though. It's a Western. I think it's a Western where there may be some cannibals in it, but still, it doesn't matter. He had to play the Western part. He ain't going to be the cannibal. He was like, ah!
It's a Western about the Donner Pass.
Oh. I tried to get him on our show, too, because I thought, because he's trying to build his life back, because everything got thrown out and nothing, he never got charged with anything, but then it's too late. People think you want to eat people.
Well, and the same exact thing happened to who was the guy that was he was accused of molest. His defense was I'm gay on Letterman, and he was accused of having molested somebody, and then they never even charged him
Oh, was it Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Kevin,
Oh, man, that was terrible what happened to him.
and Kevin, by the way, he was acquitted here. They threw it out here, and in Britain, he got acquitted for all of his stuff.
He was accused, but some cases he wasn't charged.
Yeah, it wasn't even
and
charged.
then there was where he was charged, he was acquitted.
Yeah, it was acquitted.
But his life is over.
It's ruined. He'll never work again.
That movie that the last movie he did, he shot the entire movie. That was the one where he played the billionaire. Oh God, I forgot it. And they ended up taking his entire part out and putting Christopher Plummer in, and he got nominated for Academy Award.
Well, and House of Cards fired him over all the accusations.
Yeah, man. Because all it takes is an accusation is all you need. And your career is ruined.
Yeah, especially nowadays because people will not go beyond the headline.
No. They'll never go beyond the headlines. That's the scary thing. And I continue to say this. No matter what we do, no matter, like, you challenge us, you go look up stuff. I love that because I can't know everything. I'm not that. So I love to be challenged, and you should do that too. If you see something and think, man, I don't know if that's real. You know how long it takes? 2 seconds with the computer in your hand to look up a few things to find out if this is real.
Yep.
I will say this though: if you're producing if you don't have a lot of money, and you're producing a movie, and you think you've got a good script, you might want to go. I got Armie Hammer and Kevin Spacey with Marilyn Manson doing the music.
That might be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean it might be. Because he also, Marilyn Manson, nothing came out of that either, did it?
No, that eventually just went away too.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I don't know if he reached a civic settlement with her to drop the charges.
Yeah, but that was also, they had a relationship.
Yeah, but I mean, eventually, the thing is he never even went to trial. He was for all intents and purposes, not even charged.
Well, and I think there was somebody tried to do that to Jared Leto too.
Oh yeah.
And that just it like hit social media, and there was so much pushback. It just went away.
Yeah, the guy from 30 Seconds from Mars. No way. I mean, you're not going to go after him. Tron,
Morbius.
And I mean, he even came out and said that there's no truth to this whatsoever.
Yeah, you've got to get in front of it. And here's the other thing. The scary thing is with AI the way it is, what's coming to is shape people in ways, not just politically, but people's reputations are going to be in serious trouble for some stuff that they didn't say or that looks like they did and they didn't. Oh, lordy. Crazy times. All right, coming up, White Woman Wednesday. We still have our one-hit wonder Wednesday. Belle, I think you should change, because you did one. Maybe you should change the one, because you said, oh, I should have done that one, and do that one. Because I've never heard that song that person was talking about.
Well, the thing is he was talking about a group called Broken Peaches. I think they're out of France. They do cover songs. That's all they do is cover songs. And they, in their videos, they dress up in outfits and makeup that is absolutely phenomenal. So you kind of need the full
vibe of Broken Peaches.
Broken Peaches.
Oh, my Lord. Broken Peaches. That sounds like an adult movie. Coming up. We'll do a little White Woman Wednesday. Straight ahead. Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 98.7. Bulwark Capital would love to talk to you about your retirement, your investments, let them show you what they're all about, but also to give you what they call a no-risk review. They're going to give you a second set of eyes. There's no obligations, no cost. Just, say, hey, look, here's a fresh perspective. And I mean, you're telling us you want to go here. Maybe with what you're doing, you may not get there. They may find fees that you don't even know about. And it's really an amazing thing. There's nothing wrong with having a second set of eyes on what's going on because they're an active manager. They're not sticky in a system, cookie cutter world. That's not who they are. There's no cost. There's no obligation. And I swear by Bulwark. Zach is my friend, but he's also first and foremost the guy I trust with my money and my family trust with our money. And he's just amazing. So sign up today. Get a free risk review. from my friends over at Bulwark Capital. They're awesome. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com, KNOW, riskpodcast.com, and sign up for it today, or call 866-779-RISK for Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 25284.
Federal Reserve cut interest rates by a quarter point today. We'll tell you what that might mean for your pocketbook. And Microsoft is hit by a major worldwide outage. We'll tell you about that coming up at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
All right, Ken, is it true they dropped charges?
Yes. Yeah, Channel 2 says it has confirmation today from the Perry County Sheriff's Office and the clerk that charges against Larry Buschert have been dropped.
The man who posted the meme that threatened nobody. And if, by the way, anybody else outside of, it was so bad, the job that they did, nobody would have known that Perry County was talking about the school and any of this stuff, because there was no threat. So if you looked at it, you would say, where's the threat? Who's threatening to shoot up a school? $2 million. How long was he in jail? September, right?
Over a month.
Oh, what's that worth?
2-3 mil?
We're going to find out. I think we're probably going to find out.
Perry County is about to have a new line item in their budget.
Yeah. And Larry Bushel, $1.8 million for us being dumbasses. He gets to name that bridge. The Saville Bridge is going to be called the Bushnellville Bridge. So funny. It is so crazy.
Man, that's a terrifying story.
It is.
Is really what that is.
I mean,
that guy cannot be allowed to stay as sheriff. He has got to be removed.
And the DA, who are you?
Yeah, unless the sheriff's lying about the DA, but the sheriff said the DA was all for it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the sheriff's going out and doing something that the DA's asking him to do based on ridiculousness. But still, you're going out there and not on his own. He didn't go out there on his own. So The DA's the one that should pay the biggest price. I mean, do you think Larry was dating the DA's wife? I mean, I feel like there's something else to this.
There's got to be, for $2 million bond?
A $2 million bond.
I just feel like we're not hearing everything.
No, but I think we are. That's the scary thing.
That's the scary thing.
The scary thing is we've heard everything, that this guy went to jail for a meme in America, not Britain. Right? He didn't threaten anybody. Like, there's a guy in Canada, it's funny, they put... There's a post all over that this guy's gone, he's spending 9 months in jail for Holocaust denial. Well, did he deny the Holocaust? Yes. But it was the other things like, let's go hunt Jews, right?
Wow.
Things like that is a bigger issue. And like, as Ken has talked about at the top of the hour, that lady at
the lady who threatened Lipscomb.
Yeah, Lipscomb. Just speaking of scum, she is. She threatened to blow it the AF up.
Yep. Right now.
Right now. Not even delaying. She's coming now.
Like, all she's got to do is push a button.
And that is different.
All this guy did was insult Trump, and somebody got butthurt over it.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is somebody said, I don't know why they allow you on the station because all you do, you don't like Trump. And I'm like, where did you get that I don't like Trump based on a meme that had nothing to do with anything? As we're talking about free speech. Trump had nothing to do with that. He just happened to be on the meme. It was his words in 2024. Get over it, for God's sakes. Oh, my Lord.
That's what the meme said.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's... Oh, now I'm screwed. I'm waiting for Weems to kick in the door. Here comes Sheriff Weems.
Well, they better have a real strong cage.
Yeah, they better.
Because you got some sharp teeth in there today, brother.
That's right. I'm going to treat you like Fonzie if you fell in.
You go in the cage.
Shark goes in the
cage
water.
Goes in the water. Shark's in the water.
Our shark.
Farewell and adieu,
to your fair Spanish lady. Farewell, Fanadu. Such a great song. Oh, my God. He was so awesome. Talking about Quint, Robert Shaw.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. Lorraine Gray, the last interview I saw with her, she goes, I was so excited to work on the movie. And they're like, why? She goes, because of Robert Shaw. And she goes, what about that? She goes, you know what about that? She goes, they go, really? She goes, oh, yeah. She goes, it was exactly what about that? He was 51. She says, you know, I was 32. And she goes, and Hollywood in those days, I was getting old. Do you know what Roy Schneider said about her in one of the shots? What? We need to reshoot this. Her head is too big. Oh, God.
I hope he meant her hair.
Yeah. I like her. She's the only one. She went on to do a lot of the movies, right? Because he left. Roy left after 2.
Yeah. She, I think she was in a couple more.
She was in 3 and 4. She was in the one with Michael Caine, where he went down to the Bahamas, and the shark ate his airplane because the shark's on a revenge tour to kill the entire family. So that happened.
You know the scene where he's crawling out of the ocean onto the beach?
Yeah.
If you look closely enough, he's bone dry.
Oh, goodness me.
So Jaws 4 was the shark getting revenge?
Yeah, it was revenge. So Jaws 3 was 3D.
Yeah, that was 3D.
And that's the one with Louis Gossett Jr. And Jaws 4, called The Revenge, starring the great Michael Caine, as well as Mario Van Peebles.
Michael Caine did that?
Yeah, I needed the money. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Coming up, it's One Hit Wonder Wednesday, and we're doing a scary theme. Whoa! Jeff Bench, just Super Talk 97.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Right now by the airport, we got an injury crash reported 40 eastbound at Briley Parkway. And the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Microsoft is recovering from a global outage today. It disrupted services like Outlook, Azure, Xbox Live, and Microsoft 365. The issue caused by a misconfiguration in its cloud traffic routing system affecting businesses and users worldwide. Microsoft says it has begun rolling back the change, and most services are gradually coming back online. the Federal Reserve cut interest rates today by a quarter point. ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous has more.
After this meeting, the next time the Fed may cut rates is in December. And again, the Fed is really dealing with a balancing act, if you will, because inflation is starting to heat up, yet we do have evidence of a slowdown in the job market. This week alone, major companies, including Amazon, Target, GM, announcing thousands of layoffs.
Right now in Brazil, images show partially covered and clothed bodies, blood running into the streets following a massive drug raid in Rio de Janeiro. It looks like a war zone. I mean, there's fire and smoke coming from several buildings blocks apart from each other in the city. It's left at least 132 people dead, including 4 police officers. Authorities say they targeted the Comando Vermelho gang with 2,500 police and soldiers backed by helicopters, armored vehicles, and drones. Officers claim to have seized rifles and large quantities of drugs, arresting dozens of suspects, I think 81 total. Gang members reportedly retaliated with drones and explosives. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
With some higher elevations in the 30s. The weekend is dry, clouds and sunshine mix, and temperatures stay in the low 60s.
Busy Bee. They know it's spooky season, but you know what? They're giving you treats. Ooh. Here's a great thing about Busy Bee. Right now, you get a free Beehive Club membership. All you have to do is carve a pumpkin of Buzz the Bee. Post it, tag them on social media, and away you go. Get a free Beehive Club membership. Here's the other huge thing, and there's some amazing things, but this one's awesome. If you need HVAC service, you schedule your fall HVAC maintenance, you're going to get a free dryer vent cleaning. That is a $229 value. You pay $0. That is a treat that you will love. Plumbing problems, don't worry. They're going to flush your water heater for free with any plumbing repair. And if you're going to get a new HVAC system, this is an amazing, scary good deal. Whoa. Free 10-year parts and 5-year labor warranty. $750 value with any complete system install. Don't get haunted by Herm hassles. Call Busy Bee today. The service is sweet. The savings are spooky good. Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, 775-7833, 775-7833, or visit busybeehvac.com. Raycon, best earbuds around. Love my Raycons. Their anniversary they're celebrating. These things are amazing. Ergonomically designed to fit perfectly in your ear without any pain or stems or wires. They fit there. It's like a puzzle piece. It's incredible. And then you start to get to, okay, that's great, the fit. What about the sound? Sound quality second to none. Active noise cancellation, which is huge. It's got awareness mode. It's got so many incredible things that you can flip in between that's so easy. And then you get to 8 hours of talk time, 32 hours of battery life, which is awesome. Fast charging, multi-connectivity. These are just a few of the things that these can do, and they are the best. And I know audio. I live in the world of audio. Right now, you're going to save 20%, and you're going to get a 30-day happiness guarantee. You're not happy, send it back within 30 days, give your money back, no questions asked. Tons of great colors to choose from, and they make the best holiday presents. So surprise somebody, maybe even yourself. Get yourself some Raycons. Go to buyraycon.com/Chad. The best earbuds around, the classic earbuds from Raycon. Buyraycon.com/Chad. Hey, game 2 of the football soccer championship going on. Miami in town Saturday, right here on WTN, 6 to 9. The game is going to be live right here, and you can hear the entire thing. It's going to be awesome. Messi, if you don't have a chance to see him, listen, it's otherworldly. He is the best, just most ridiculous player maybe ever. But we're going to be airing the game here on WTN 6 to 9 on Saturday. If you have a chance, catch it right here. It's called One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We do it because we love music. We have fun doing things. We're different than a lot of other people. And guess what? One Hit Wonders, we all love them because it's Halloween week, hence the reason why I'm dressed like a shark.
Every time I look in there and I see that on you, it takes me aback.
Yes, well, it should because I'm a shark. I was, yes, you know, and the funny thing is, what shark am I? I'm Jaws 4, The Revenge.
You're the one that carries a grudge.
I carry a grudge because you killed my grandpa and my grandma and my mom.
Yeah.
Now I'm back. So, and I followed you to Jamaica.
I knew what was going on, even though I hadn't been born yet.
Yes, that's right. You've been telling me. I was imprinted with your hatred towards our family, and I knew that you were gonna. I could smell you from Cape Cod to Jamaica, and I'm like, you're making me crazy, and I swam over there, and I ate your boyfriend's stupid plane.
And there's no boat big enough to stop me.
No way. Super huge. Because it is Halloween, though. We're doing One Hit Wonder Wednesday, Halloween style.
Now it's time for another edition of One Hit Wonder Wednesday. You may not remember the name of the band, but you definitely know the song. This is One Hit Wonder Wednesday.
All right, One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We do it every Wednesday. It's Halloween. We've taken a few liberties at this moment in time with some of these things because it's a little bit tougher. There's not a ton of Halloween-themed musical brilliance that goes with this time of year, and you would think there would. There's a lot of songs tied to Halloween, but finding the One Hit Wonder, it's a tough thing to do. We're going to start with you, Bell.
Well, before we get into our picks, I got the name of the band wrong. It's Broken Peach, not Broken Peaches. But I wanted to play a little sample of what they're about.
Okay, do it.
And again, they do other people's music, so this is you'll notice who this is.
Take my hand.
But you got to see the videos to get the full impact because they're dressed up to the nines. I mean, they look like they belong in Halloween. And I was also wrong about where they're from. They're actually Spanish.
Oh, they're Spanish and not French. You've ruined it all for us, Bell. You missed, swung and missed. Still sounds like an adult film. Just putting that out there. Not saying it is. I'm just saying it sounds like it is, and they're Spanish.
But my actual choice for One Hit Wonder this week was everybody's favorite goth band, Bauhaus. I love how they combined Bella Lugosi, who's obviously famous for all of his horror movies, into the fact that he's died, and then now we have a Halloween song about a guy that did mostly horror movies.
Yeah, got stuck in horror movies. He was so crazy. Have you ever seen the movie Glenn and Glinda? Also with Johnny Depp, where he plays the guy that directed the movie Plan 9 from Outer Space, and he was a cross-dresser. And the movie is hilarious.
Yeah, it's called something else.
Yeah, well, yeah. I thought it was Glenn or Glenda.
I think you're thinking of the one that had Michael Landau in it playing
yeah.
What is that called?
Oh, God. Well, yeah. Ed Wood.
Ed Wood.
Yeah, Ed Wood. He plays Ed Wood.
Freaking love that movie.
But the whole, if you've not seen this movie, it is arguably in lore of Hollywood, Plan 9 from Outer Space is supposed to be the worst movie ever made.
Tor Johnson.
Tor Johnson. Bella Lugosi dies in the middle of the movie. He replaces Bella Lugosi. So Bella's a big dude, right? Like Bella's not short. He's a tall guy. He replaces him with his dentist that doesn't look anything like him. I think Mark Landau actually won the Academy Award for that.
I think he did.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Great movie.
Absolutely fantastic. If you have a chance to see that, go do
Johnny
it.
Depp, he's talking like this to the whole film.
Yeah. Glenn and Glenda. That's great. Yes. And he felt most at home when he was in his Angora sweaters.
Yes.
Just insane. Just nuts.
They'd do one scene and he'd say, cut. It was perfect.
It was perfect. Yeah, and go if you have a chance to see Plan 9 from Outer Space. It's truly so bad it's good.
Exactly.
It's one of those things where if I was running the archives in DC, I'd be like, we need to preserve this because it is so bad.
Absolutely.
It's not Plan 6, 7, or 8. It's Plan 9.
Plan 9. Yeah, because the other ones didn't work. They tried those. They didn't work. It's One Hit Wonder Wednesday. Mr. Ken, what you got for us?
This is Hocus Pocus by Focus. Widely considered a one-hit wonder, especially in the U.S. and U.K., the Dutch progressive rock band Focus released Hocus Pocus in '71. It became a surprise international hit thanks to its eccentric blend of hard rock, yodeling, flute solos, and polka rhythms.
Yeah.
Reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 here in the U.S., number 20 on the UK singles chart. It was their only major chart success outside of the Netherlands.
Oh, that's a shame.
And thanks to listener Jeff Ross for the suggestion.
Woo! Look at that go. Man, yeah, you can't get enough flute and yodels. And the rhyming of Hocus Pocus from the band Focus. Phenomenal. Oh, yada, yada. That's our band's called Focus. I know, right? It rolls off your tongue. And there's a flute. Oh, my goodness. What a great song, though. It is infectious. There's no doubt about that. All right, we move from there to arguably the most famous Halloween song ever. Done by a guy named Bobby Boris Pickett. He was an actor. This song, very mashy. It came out in 1962. Went straight to number 1. Stayed there for a while. It has been on the charts off and on ever since then, and it's almost charted for 6 decades. Just goes back and forth, pops up. But it is still one of those songs this time of year when you hear it, you start to recognize, oh, spooky time. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. He did it as a joke on stage one night. They thought it was cool because he could do the perfect Boris Karloff, and as you sound him, he sounds just like him. And when he does the face on stage, he kind of looks like him too, a young Boris Karloff. And it makes $1 million a year in royalties. $1 million a year in royalties off this one song. Interestingly enough, it hit the charts. Again, it was re-released in August of 70 and 73, hit the charts again. The BBC banned it until 1973 on the grounds the song was too morbid. The hell are you people talking about? But Casey Kasem never gave up on the song. He's a man that was an actor and a very good vaudevillian. Here is Boris Pickett. Just... Oh, yeah. I love it. That is so awesome. It has charted over and over again, and I just looked it up. It's in the top like 20 right now on the old Spotify listen. And there's 20 different bands that have done. The Misfits did it. There's all kinds of different remakes of it. But I will tell you, the Transylvania Twist, it was just, he was funny. The song was great. And it makes $1 million. I just want to remind you, $1 million a year royalties. Right? That's why. That's why we're trying hard to have a hit here. We got to have a hit, guys. And it's a holiday.
We got to get
one.
a hit, man.
And I keep saying this. It doesn't have to be Christmas. Right? You don't pick Labor Day or some stupid. Nobody cares about that. You do.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day's horrible. Right? Like, you do Halloween. I don't know if there's a good Thanksgiving one, but. I guess, because the Christmas stuff comes out by Thanksgiving, right?
ZZ Top did one.
Yeah.
And I thank you.
Yeah, and
you didn't have to squeeze it, but you did. But you did.
Well, Jingle Bells is a Thanksgiving song. So, Jingle Bells is supposed to be a Thanksgiving song. But once again, you're too close to Christmas. The magnet that is Christmas will suck you into it. It's orbit. That's why you need to put yourself in this situation where from mid-September to October 31st, you dominate. So be prepared for our big hit coming out next year.
By the way, boys, I got me another Southern Living magazine.
Oh, is it awesome?
Yeah, it's November 2025.
Oh, I bet the fall is in full effect.
Says the only pie crust you'll ever need.
You betcha, right? There's a reason for that because it is the only pie crust we'll ever need. Speaking of pie crust, Matt's coming in. We're doing the changeover here, or what we like to call the welcome mat on this beautiful Wednesday. We'll do that straight ahead as we wrap up the show. Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 99.7. Matt and I are very upset. We found out that daylight saving times, the whole ridiculousness is sticking. The
time
standard
change.
time people, they won.
They ruin everything.
The lobby
The
must be
standard time lobby is huge.
massive.
Huge. It's like Big Pharma, APAC, NRA, standard time.
Yeah, standard time.
They're big time.
They're big time.
They are big time. You got to watch out for big time.
They
What's
are
up,
big
man?
time. The hell are you wearing? Oh, I know. You're a shark.
I am. We've decided I'm Jaws from Jaws 4, The Revenge, where I follow the Brodies that are left to revenge my family's death from the first 3 movies, and I follow them all the way to Jamaica, and then I eat Michael Caine's boat. I mean, his plane.
See, I thought when I first saw you, based on the position of the hood and I thought you were playing Quint. See, which would make sense at the end of the movie.
I actually
when he got eaten by the.
I had a leg that's supposed to stick out of this, and I'm sorry, guys, I don't have any hands, so this is the way that works.
Yeah,
I could have been the land shark from Saturday Night Live.
You got fins, land shark.
Land shark. Who's
that? No, he said Candygram.
Yeah.
I watched this episode the other Candygram, and Lorraine Newman said, "Hey, you're not that land shark, are you?" "No, ma'am. Candygram." "Well, okay."
So great.
Richard Jenney, old comedian Richard Jenney.
That was great.
Loved Richard Jenney. He does a great bit about staying up all night and watching a Jaws marathon.
Oh, yeah.
And it starts off, and it starts off fairly normal, right? And he's talking about Jaws. He's talking about Jaws 2. He gets to Jaws 4. It is so hilarious.
Well,
he's talking about, because if you want, Mrs. Brody wants to get away from the shark that now specifically doesn't want to eat people, wants to eat her.
Her, yeah. It's got to kill her.
Specifically wants to eat her. And she recognized that the shark wants to eat her, and so she wants to get away from a fish. Where does she go? An island.
Yeah. Well,
which
because her son, because remember, the whole thing is I want to destroy their bloodline. That's the whole point. Because they killed my grandpa and my grandmother. Then they went after my dad.
Uh-huh.
Right. So now all I'm left with is myself. And they've done all this, and I have chased them.
It is difficult to pay attention to you with no hands.
All the way over there. Because I was so pissed at them. This is why I bite people, too. I don't have any fingers, so you know how that goes. What are you doing today? What are you talking about?
I don't know yet. I got to wait till 3 o'clock. I suppose we're going to talk about the continuation of the government shutdown. I think most people believe that once the SNAP benefit deal happens, that there will be pressure. Although I think the federal unions, the workers' unions, are probably going to put more pressure on the Democrats than anything. So we'll talk about that today.
It's going to be interesting. We talked about the guy that was arrested for the meme out in Perry County.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't meme.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the meme.
So it is the most innocuous thing. It was a quote by Trump after a shooting in Iowa where the school was called Perry. And they took it as he's threatened the school. They wanted a $2 million bond on him.
Oh, good gracious.
They dropped the charges a little while ago because it went national and it was starting to embarrass them.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
And obviously not so good Jamaica.
Not
or
so
Cuba,
good.
for that matter. But,
yeah, but
my goodness.
Cuba wasn't good before the
right
before that. So
it was a disaster beforehand. Jamaica, not so much. But man, you got to pray for those people. They're going through it, brother.
Absolutely. All right, Matt, straight ahead. You guys have a good one. Who knows what I'll dress up like tomorrow? Bye.